She held her cheek where I slapped her and looked into my eyes. She never looked at me after I slap her, beat her, or scolded her. She always looked down, but this time, she's directly looking at my eyes with her teary one. I was also looking at her glossy eyes. I don't know, I couldn't even move my gaze. It's hurting me badly seeing her tears. I wanted to wipe them away, and I don't know why I'm feeling like this. I was immersed in her eyes when I heard Julia laughing. Julia, Taehyung showed you to your right place. Now get out and leave us alone, she said to Y or N, and I turned my palms into a fist. How dare she talk to her like this? But Y or N didn't budge a bit. She was still looking into my eyes when Julia grabbed her hand and dragged her outside. She closed the door after pushing her harshly outside of my office. Julia, Taehyung, you did a good thing, she deserved that. She was about to touch me, but I pushed her. Taehyung, how dare you? Julia, huh? Taehyung, how dare you to misbehave with my wife? I said, gritting my teeth. Julia, but Taehyung, shut up and don't show me your face again. She didn't argue, just walked out of the room. My blood was boiling. I'm angry too much. Angry at myself. I made her cry many times, but never noticed the pain in her eyes. But I saw it today, and it hurt me also. I'm angry at myself that I'm feeling her pain. Why it's hurting me so much. I came back home. I didn't expect hugs and kisses like every day as I slapped Y or N today. But I was wrong. She ran towards me and hugged me. I didn't know what got into as I quickly hugged her back tightly. She got shocked at my response. Well, me as well. I mean, why did hug her back? She pulled away and looked at me. Y or N, hubby, did you miss me today? She smirked. Here she go again.
I was cleaning the house after Taehyung left for office, but my head started hurting. I sit down on the sofa, holding my head with my hands. Minutes passed, but the pain didn't reduce a bit. In fact, it started increasing in every minute at a time. I felt like I'm gonna faint in any second. So I quickly call Lisa. After one ring, she picked up the call. Lisa, hell, YN, Lisa P, please help. And everything turned black.
I was working on my laptop, but my gaze was falling on my watch. Time to time, it's almost launch time and Y or N didn't come yet. Usually she comes 10 minutes before the launch time starts, but today she doesn't come yet. Maybe she got stuck in traffic. That's why she is late today. But why I'm even thinking about it? I shook my head and focus on the laptop again. 30 minutes pass, but there is still no sign of Y or N. Launch time is already over. I couldn't even focus on my work. I felt anxiety. Is she okay? She's not in any danger, right? Should I call her? Suddenly, the door opened, and I sighed in relief, thinking it was Y or N. I smiled a little, but when the person walked in, my smile dropped. Taehyung, Julia? She directly walked towards me and sit on my lap. I quickly pushed her as I felt uncomfortable. Well, it's true that I dated so many girls, but without holding hands, I didn't had any skinship with them. And Julia also forcefully sat on my lap without my consent that day, when Y or N saw her on my lap. But about Y or N, I'm comfortable with her. And like all my questions about Y or N, I don't know the answer of this one either. Taehyung, Julia, how many times I have to tell you that I don't like when you clinging to me? Just get out of my office and let's just break up. Julia, but sir, I love you. Taehyung, if you love your job also then leave me alone, otherwise I'm afraid you have to lose it. After hearing that, she left my office with teary eyes, but that didn't affect on me. I looked at the files in front of me and started checking them. When my phone started ringing, I checked the caller ID and quickly received the call before clearing my throat. Y or N, hubby. A wide smile make its way to my face, hearing her cheerful voice after many hours. Y or N, I'm really sorry baby, I can't came to your office today, actually, and with Lisa we came for a hangout. Taehyung, so why are you saying sorry to me? Cold tone. Y or N, because I can't came with your launch today. Taehyung, You don't have to feel sorry for that because I spent my launch time peacefully today, without your nonsense babbling. Y or N? What my sweet romantic words were nonsense babbling to you. Okay fine, I'm not taking to you. She ended the call. I could imagine her pouty face. I was trying so hard not to laugh, but all the time my smile was still on face. I shook my head and was about to start checking the files, but she called me again. Y or N? Did you eat lunch? Actually no. Y or N? What? Go to the canteen and eat something right now. Don't starve yourself. Taehyung. Aish. Calm down while shouting. Y or N? What you mean calm down? It's already 3 p.m. and you didn't eat anything yet. Taehyung. Okay, I'm going now. Hang up the call. Y or N? Okay bye love you. She cut the call confessing something which makes my heart beat crazy. My ears started burning.
I hang up the call and sign heavily. Right now I'm sitting on the hospital bed. I didn't went for a hangout with Lisa. I lied to him. I found myself in the hospital room and Lisa crying beside me. After gaining my consciousness, Lisa went out to call the doctor after I woke up. But the first thing that come into my mind was that I have to make lunch for Taehyung. But the launch time was over when I was unconscious, so I decided to call him that time. I saw Lisa walked in with the doctor. Doctor looked at me with a serious eyes and asked me directly, "Doctor, Mrs. Kim, aren't you taking medicines regularly?" Y or N? Gulped. Doctor, I forgot taking medicines every day. Doctor, I knew it. Mrs. Kim, your condition is getting worse than before. It's almost impossible for you to make it. You have to take medicines on time. I nodded and the doctor signed. On the other hand, Lisa was still crying. OMG. How much this girl can cry. Y or N? Doctor, may I go home now? Doctor. Okay, but don't forget to take your medicines.
I came back home early today and found Y or N sitting on the couch looking so tired. She maybe come home just now. I sit beside her and clear my throat to gaining her attention. She noticed me as she comes more closer, rested she head on my chest and wrapped her hands around my waist, hugging me in sitting position, still eyes closed. Y or N? How's your day, Yobo? Taehyung, a little different from the other days. She opened her eyes and looked at me with her shiny orbs before smirking. Y or N? Why did you miss me on your lap? Taehyung, you started again. Go, I don't want to talk to you more. Y or N? Okay, go and fresh up, I'll prepare dinner. She giggled and left from there.